Hey, my truth seekers, how are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great out there. Guys, look, I just had to come on, guys. As you can see, man, what the topic is. This right here is a little too much, guys. But before I go into my commentary, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I see Jam had a post, she said that she's passing through, thank you for coming on. She's saying that the story topics, on the YouTube streets, sometimes, which she's right. You have to guard your mind, but we also have to be prayed up and realize that this stuff right here is real, and when it comes to all this stuff right here, especially what's going on with Kanye West, to me, guys, just like a punch in the gut. This is beyond disgusting. Now, I can understand Candace Owens because we know, she's very controversial, and we know that, she really don't like who she is, if truth be told, but I was trying to give Kanye a pass, especially when one of the sisters came in and said that Kanye is building a school and how he was ranting about, he want his children in the school. He don't want his kids, in the white system or whatever he was saying, which, I pretty much don't follow this dude. But how can you come out and talk about all this racism, and how the Kardashians are, you know, throwing you under the bus just because, but yet you do stuff like this. Come on, this does not make no sense at all. And it, white lives matter. I would have felt better if he would have said all lives matter. But we know why we say Black Lives Matter. It has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter organization. This is much bigger than them. Look at all our brothers that have been killed so young by the hands of these white racist cops. George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor. Come on, guys. This is messed up. And he have chiefed enough to say white lives matter. We know that white lives matter. Look around. They turned just about everything white. Your white Jesus, everything white. So we know white lives matter. This does not make no sense at all. And you cannot keep blaming it on he has a mental illness, on his bipolar. Dude, you need to go ahead and take your medication. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to take your medication. Because this right here, like I said, this is a punch in the gut. And we keep sitting there saying that our people, come on, it's doing the worst, doing the most. I wasn't even coming on today, but I say I have to talk about this because this right here, this is a little too much. And I thought that he was getting it together. I really was rooting for Kanye West, especially when he talked about Gap, how he was dissociating himself with Gap. Just to pull a stunt like this. Come on, guys, help me to make this make sense. Now, I don't know if he was just doing this because he was trying to bring attention because he was in Paris doing the fashion show. But dude, you are a billionaire. That's just to show you that these fools got all this money and don't know what to do with it. That's why I say, what's the purpose of gaining the entire world, as you can see, and losing your soul, because this dude is lost. This man is lost. To say white lives matter? Dude, we've been oppressed, suppressed, depressed by white supremacists. They have made themselves known. But I'm talking about our people, our young men that is counted like sheep for the slaughter just because the color of their skin. You looking at the organization, all the stuff that had happened within Black Lives Matter, how, all this stuff. But like I say, this is much bigger. And anytime when we try to push a cause, something that dealing with our people, you know how it always ends out. It ends up like this. Because when we try to push our agenda, everybody else trying to put theirs along with us. Instead of they standing in the line. Because we've been fighting this for years. And it does not look like we are ready, guys. It does not look like we are ready. And it's easy for Candy Owens to go out and promote stuff like this. So, like I said, they say, just put her to the side. But Kanye West, come on. Now, he have done some grimy stuff. But this right here, man, this has hit the high heavens. This is disgraceful. And I know his mom, Dondra, she's rolling over in her grave. This is a disgrace for anybody. And someone need to tell him enough is enough. This man, he's a billionaire. And this is how you sit there and you go about it, especially your own people. And when Kim Kardashian and the Kardashian family was ripping them apart, you couldn't keep Kanye off of social media, talking about how he's being treated just because he's a black man. But that's just to show you, we tend to forget things. We turn the cheek when everything is start going good, and we in these people's face. And he's at a point right now that Kanye don't have to prove a point to no one. But that's just to show you. Once these people, they get what they want, they forget about you, don't have nothing to do with you. But if you don't have nothing to do with us, don't do that. Don't smear that in our face. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Girl, this is a lot. This is too much. I mean, it's like when I read that article, it was like a punch in my gut. It was like a punch in my gut. This is messed up, guys. Enough is enough. And to be honest, would have Kanye ever done anyway for the black community? Soon the minute he gets something, he go bring it to Karen, to Becky. He give it to them. You don't see Kanye. This man is a billionaire. Now, like I said, I did hear that he was building a school, but what do you really see in the black community that this man have done? Like I said, we have many of black billionaires, but we don't pour into our community. Soon in a minute we get something, what we want to do, we want to bring it out. And this right here, guys, this right here is messed up. This is messed up. And you can't keep saying that, oh, this man has a mental problem. Then, dude, you need to get help. He need to have people around him that's going to sit there and they're going to not be a yes person to him. They're going to tell him exactly how it is. Man, chill out. Man, you're doing too much. But you see, when you get all that money, you get a big head. You lose your mind. And as you can see, this man right here, he have lost his mind. He have lost his mind. But the buck stopped here. Someone got to tell him, look, this is enough. This got to stop. Because we can't keep blaming, oh, it's them. It's us. Like I said, we can be our worst enemies because we hate the skin that we in. We hate ourselves. And as you can see right here, this right here is hate. This is a gut wrench. I have a headache just talking about this, guys. I have a huge headache because it's our people. And all we are doing is just taking that guilt off of these people. Where we making them, yes, feel like they are superior over us. Because our own people hate their own race. That's what I see. We are messed up, guys. We got a long ways to go. A long ways to go. No way in the world that we can be able to sit there and come out of this and start building, because all we're going to do is just tear it down. Because we don't feel like it's right unless we on the other side, and we're not on the other side, then it does not feel right. We all messed up. We got to pull these slave chains off of our brains. We got to shake it off. We still own a plantation. I mean, they are making billions of dollars and still on a plantation. Because that's all this is. That's a plantation mentality of what you see. Our brothers sat there and got killed in the street. Was doing nothing. Like I say, being chased down. Our young kids, putting them in these public schools and taking them out the public schools, not teaching them anything, and sending them straight to prison. And you have the nerve to say white lives matter? They're gonna take care of themselves when they haven't. Tell me when they haven't took care of themselves. These people gonna take care of themselves off of the back of these fools like Kanye West and many others. Like I said, we are the ones that's keeping these people alive. Long as we continue to act and talk like this, all we making them is more powerful than they already is. But someone have to say enough is enough. Because this right here, guys, this is entirely too much. This is too much. Like I said, the devil, he's working overtime on us. And our own people is just opening the door, just letting them have at it. Where we no longer can blame them anymore. This messed up. Soon in a minute, our brothers get one dime. Soon when they get one bit ahead of us, they forget where they came from. And I'm not sitting there saying you love who you want to love. But if you taken out of your own community, taken out of your own household, just to sit there and take care of somebody else, then that's messed up, because we already know when it comes to the Kardashians, they how they got most of what they had. Yes, their dad was an attorney, but these people didn't make all that money as you thought they was. Kim Kardashian and her sisters, they had a little small boutique, but it wasn't doing that good until Kim made that tape with Ray J. And after that, it just blew up. And once she met Kanye West, her name became known in the industry. And when she got to where she wanted to get, she threw him on the side, which I knew all that stuff was going to happen, because that's exactly what they do. But it's time for our people to wake up. How you doing, Birdie? He quoted a scripture in Matthew 4:9. It says, "And to him all these things will give thee, if thy will fall down and worship me." Soul is sold to the devil. So they got sold what their master say. Yeah, they got to do exactly what their master says. Because our people have sold out for almighty dollars. And that's why I say, what the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul? You mean you get all this money just to act like a fool? That's messed up. I mean, they don't know what to do with this money. This money got them losing their mind. That's why I said they say the love of money can be the root of all evil. It's the beast if it's not used in the right way. Because once they sit there and they get what they want to get, like I said, they gone. They gone back to the plantation, giving it back to massa, knowing that these people, trust me, wouldn't have nothing to do with you if you wasn't Kanye West. But I thought this guy was waking up. I really thought that this guy was waking up when I heard that when someone, one of my subscribers had came on and say that he was building a school. And when I saw that, he had disassociated himself with Gap, I thought that he was waking up. I thought he was ready to come out. But for him to pull a stunt like this is low. How low can you go? But this is a wake up call for all of our people. Wake up, guys. We have to learn to start loving ourselves. Long as we hating and fighting each other, then we will never come out of this. We're going to stay stuck. And when the minute they married out of their race, Lord forbid, just like with Kobe Bryant, that money is not going back into the black community. It's going into their community. You turn your back on your own people, and nothing good is going to come out of it, because it never lasts. All that never lasts. Soon in a minute, they get what they need to get out of it. They throwing you to the curb and taking everything that they can from you. Everything they can from you and putting it back into their community. But we got to wake up. We got to stop selling out. We selling out, guys. It's messed up. And like I said, when it comes to the entertainment industry, just like my sister said, these people lose their mind, come from humble beginnings. Soon, the minute they put all that money in their hands, that's it for them. That's it for them. They done lost their mind. We got to come out of her. Enough is enough. And I wasn't even coming on. I say I was going to just come on, maybe tomorrow and talk about some stuff, talk about, so just break bread, whatever, we feel led to talk about. But this right here, guys, this this pretty much gave me a headache. This too much. Just to see, how he really just put out his foot on our neck, his own people neck. It's like he just stabbed his own people. That's how I feel. Especially when I look at a George Floyd, a Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, all our people, so young, lost their lives. And you trying to say that Black lives doesn't matter? No other race, no other race, no other nationality have ever been through what we've been through, just because the color of our skin. How we was brought here in a foreign land, misused, beat, working from sun up to sundown. And I don't care if you say, oh, that happened so long ago, it had nothing to do with you, that was your ancestors. But like I say, the residue is still trickling down. The effect is still there. You can't tell us to get over this, because we could never get over this, especially when they are still benefiting off it. So you cannot say for us to get over it. The devil is a liar. But I want to know when our people gonna stand up for righteousness. When we gonna come together. Don't you know, when we come together, we can bring Satan to his knees. We can tear this kingdom down. If we come together, we can be a force to be reckoned with. But we hate ourselves, because that's the way that the system was designed. Long as we are fighting each other and ripping each other apart, they happy. Because what it does, it makes them more powerful. Long as they can keep us fighting. And all we doing is feeding right into their hands. That's all we doing, feeding right into their hands. This is embarrassing, guys. This is like a slap in the face. And someone need to sit this brother down and put some sense in his head. Because the ones that's around him, trust me, they're nothing but most likely a bunch of vultures. They gonna stick around, let him just do whatever he want. This dude is a train wreck. A train wreck. Our own people. That's messed up, guys. Enough is enough. Because like I said there and say, what's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul, losing your daggone mind? When I saw this, and I don't even curse, I felt like cursing. What the heck is going on with our people? When we gonna ever cross over? When we gonna ever wake up? When we gonna start pouring back into our community? Sometimes I feel, Lord, is all this in vain? Is this a dream? Well, if it's a dream, then please somebody wake me up. Because to me, it's like a nightmare. It doesn't make sense at all. So in a minute, we get money. It's like we run so fast out of our community and pour it back into theirs. It doesn't make sense, guys. Come on, help me to make this make sense. How you doing, your girl Renee? Blessings also to you. But guys, we just need to start. We have to just start praying like never before. We need to start educating our young black men that is growing up and teaching them. Support your own community, support your own people. Start educating yourself because we already know they trying to wipe our history out anyway. That's why they don't want to teach it in school, taking all the history books out. But we don't need them to teach us anything. All we have to do is start researching ourselves. Like the Bible says, our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. We have to start researching and see that we are more powerful and effective than you think. Why you think that you are counted like sheep for the slaughter? Why you think they are hunting you down? Because they know more about you, just like I keep saying, than you know about yourself. Amen. Enough is enough, guys. It's time for us to come out of this. Shake off these grave clothes and come out of her. Start doing for ourselves. Because, like I said, everything that you see, we built anyway. Without us, nothing will exist. But we got to start teaching our kids while they're young. Because I believe that we can have back Black Wall Street. We can build back. But we got to leave these people's stuff alone. Leave that stuff where it's at. Because, like I say, we are a powerful people. We powerful people. But we just don't know it. Because we are blinded by the things of this world. Like I say, what's white, we think is right. That's why Kanye can be able to say what he said. White lives matter. Because that's the delusion that they want us to believe, that anything is white is right. That's what they want us to believe. But like I'm telling you right now, it's just a false evidence appear to be real. Because without us, nothing survives. But you done made them happy. You done made them believe, like I said, they are superior. They are superior. And we know that's a lie. But that's the way we are, we just got to stop it, guys. And we can't keep blaming, is this, is that. When is that man in the mirror? Like I say, we can be our own worst enemies. We are ripping each other apart. We are tearing each other down instead of coming together in unity. That's why I sit there and say, all this what we are doing, all the talking we doing, all the preaching, the teaching that we are doing, it's like it's not connecting. So now we got to come out with a solution. Start raising them while they're young, teaching them to love who they are. Get them out of those public schools. Because those public schools is what's ruining our kids anyway. Enough is enough. Start teaching our kids to love each other. Because long as you see everything on television, everything is all white, our history is all white, they don't whitewash everything, you don't see yourself in none of that. Quite obvious when our kids are growing up seeing all that and don't see them, yes, they're going to start hating them, hating themselves. They know exactly what they are doing. But the thing about it is that we don't see it. And we don't come against stuff like this. We see all the commercials coming up, all white. We see all the history books, all white. They always, you're right, your girl, Renee, they want us on the bottom. They always wanted us at the bottom. But the first gonna be last and the last gonna be first. We going to rise up. But we got to wake up. They fighting us and we fighting ourselves. Ain't no way in the world we gonna be able to rise up out of that. Now we come together, yes, we can sit there and tear Satan kingdom down. But we can't sit there and crying to sit there and run to them, pour it back into their community. And then when things don't turn out the way that you want it to turn out, then you want to come back running to us and start complaining. But yet you hate everything about yourself. This is messed up, guys. And like I said, when I come on here, not everybody is not going to like what I talk about, but in here I speak truth. I stand on righteousness. Because enough is enough. It's time for us to stop allowing these people to rock us to sleep. And we can't keep playing the blame game because it starts with us. Shouldn't we be sick and tired and say enough is enough? But long as we dipping and dabbing into their stuff, wanting to be like them, look like them, hate how we look, want to bleach ourselves, quite obvious. All you doing is sending up signals to them. You hate yourself. So now they can work overtime on you because they see you don't like you. And that's why they can chase our young men down the streets, disrespect us, because they see that we hate ourselves. We ain't ready to come out. We are not ready to come out. We like it like this. And long as we like it like this, they going to continue working overtime, continue doing what they doing. Amen, Renee? Because they know when they do something to us, we'll go out there and we'll march a few days, and then after that we forget. We go on with our own life, our own business. And that's why they can do what they do to us. Because we tend to forget or tend to forgive. But this is the season right now that the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and we got to take it by force. It's time for us to say enough is enough. It's time for us to take this by force. Stop letting these people sit there and put us asleep. Guys, wake up. Wake up. It's just to show you that we got a long ways to go. That's why I don't get caught up in all this entertainment stuff, all these celebrities, and no, I don't entertain all that. If you see me blogging about these reality shows, trust me, my commentary is not going to be like yours. I'm going to see the the buffoonery in that stuff. Because like I told you, when it comes to all these reality shows, all it is just a distraction. Because they want to paint that picture that all we are is a bunch of fools, ignorant fools. We can't come together. We dysfunction. That's the picture. That's what they want to paint. You are right. We are losing focus on the real things. It's time for us to wake up. But see, people don't like stuff like this. They don't want to hear stuff like this. Long as you tickle them, telling them what they want to hear, oh, of course. I promise you, they will love it. But when you start teaching our people, telling them how to come out of this, leave these people stuff alone, they don't want to hear it. But like I told you, and I'm going to continue telling you, you cannot build a solid foundation off of material possession. It's like building a house on sinking sand. We have to start educating our people, our young babies. Start doing for ourselves. Come out of Babylon. Leave the government stuff. Leave all that stuff where it's at. Keep them out of our community. Start getting our own social media networks. Start doing our own stuff. Start supporting other people that have their own network. Because like I said, even though we on their platform, but we can't say what we want to say. We can't do what we want to do. But when we put our stuff together, put our money together, we can say whatever we want to say. We can, like I said, we can bring Satan to his knees. But long as we sitting there, soon in a minute, we get all that money. Look at the rappers and all these people, how they want to put all their chain, all their investment on their back. These people laughing at you because all you doing is pouring back into their community. They make all that stuff just with you in mind. Did you hear me? All that stuff, they make it with you in mind. Just like I heard, I don't know who the rapper was. He went into a jewelry shop. He went to purchase a chain. The chain was like $25,000. They charged him $200,000 for a $25,000 chain. That's a huge difference. And when he told the people that you have overcharged me, they told him that we cannot give you a refund, but you can buy $200,000 worth of jewelry in that shop. Now you know good and well the devil is a lie. You know good and well that devil is a lie. Like I said there and say, these people, when they make all that stuff, they make it with you in mind. That's why they make all that flashy stuff, because they know that you're going to run after that. They know that we are not ready to come out. They know that we are not ready to come out. Yes, it is crazy, but it's time for us to wake up. We thinking just because you see these people, our people, dressed down with all those labels, you think that that's the good life. A rich person is not going to dress down with all those labels. A rich person going to start investing. We are the only ones who wants to invest on our backs. But like I said, you cannot take that stuff with you. Wake up, guys. Leave these people stuff alone and come out of her and start building for yourself. These people don't like you. And we don't care. Because, like I said there and say, we are a powerful, powerful, peculiar people all by itself. And they only are our lower self. That's all they are. But we don't see it. And the only reason it's like that because everything have been whitewashed. Everything have been whitewashed. But it's up to us to sit there and tear that kingdom down. Because all that is white supremacist, and he's feeding into it. It's in his brain, it's in his mind. Just like Boosie, little Boosie said, he might as well go ahead and bleach himself white because now it's in his mind. And once the devil get in your mind, he can work overtime on you because now it's in his mind. Renee said, I get so sad seeing how people fall for the trap. It seems to be getting worse. Yes. Because like I said, it's in our mind. We have to change our mind, the way we think. Everything that they told us, it was a lie. Start doing for ourselves. Start getting our own platform, showing our own people. Because when you turn on the television and look at their network, all you're going to see is robbers, mammies, maids, our people oppressed. You ain't going to see nothing that's going to elevate to make you say, I want to be like her. You're going to see these fools that comes on these reality shows living like the Joneses, and outside living like the Joneses, and inside living like the Waltons. These people ain't got it like you think that they have it. But they put on that front. And they allow that stuff to run, that lie to run, so you can sit there and envy these people's life and do any and everything, still borrow, beg, whatever you have to do to sit there and try to keep up with those people that you looking at on these reality shows. Guys, it's a cheap trick. Can't you see it? Like I said, false evidence appearing to be real. These people, it's not about that life. They're not living that life. And even if they is, it's not going to last. If you keep sitting there putting it on your back and not investing, sooner or later it's going to get away from you. But like I said, we're not ready. This man right here, a billionaire, And trust me, he's not pouring into your community. And if he is pouring into your community, please let me know. Trust me. And if he is, it's not, you don't hear anybody making a big stink about it like what he did right there with the White Lives Matter. But he's trying to tell you that they matter. You ain't nothing. I don't even want to be, I don't even like myself. That's what I see. When that came out, that's what I see. He hate everything about himself, everything about being black. That's why he can go to a fashion show knowing that it was going to go viral. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He knew, but he didn't care. But I promise you, when the minute that things start coming against him again, he's going to run back into the black community, start sitting there saying how people are being racist, and we could just going to accept it, forget all about the stuff that he have done, instead of sitting there putting this man in his place and telling this man enough is enough. It's time for you to stop it. And it's time for him to start pouring into our community. Yes, Black Lives Matter. And I know a lot of stuff that had happened with that organization. But like I said there and say, this is much bigger because our brothers are being counted like sheep for the slaughter just because of the color of their skin. And that's why I sit there and say enough is enough. We can't keep complaining. We can't keep pointing the finger when we're doing it to ourselves. How can you say white lives matter when they have made a Messiah, a Jesus Christ white? How they colonized the entire Africa, how they erased our entire race, just wiped our entire history out. Like I said there and say, we can be our worst enemy, and our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. We don't want to come out of her. We don't. And that's why we can do what we can do. But like I say, it starts with us. It starts with our people. Because like I said, this is real. Just look around you. It's real. But when we start fighting ourselves, fighting against each other, there's no hope, guys. Because nowhere in the world that we can last. Not if we start fighting ourselves. No way in the world we can last. Not like that. Because we fighting our oppressors and we fighting ourselves. We don't want to see each other blessed. But yet we are poured all into our in us in somebody else's community. And when they sit there and they wring you dry, they throwing you, kicking you to the curb. Or if God forbid something happened to you, it's it's not going back into our community. It's not going back into our community. And that's why I say, guys, it's time for us to wake up. And this real talk, I can't sit there and entertain you, keep telling you what you want to hear. Because, like I said, the devil is working overtime on us right now, seeking who he can devour. And we cannot keep sitting there blaming, playing the blame games. Because now, as you can see, we're doing it to ourselves. We are doing it to ourselves. And I don't know what kind of statement that he was trying to make. He said something, but he don't have he really don't care because he think that what he's doing is right. He feel like Black Lives Matter was a scam. But it's not about that organization. It's about your children, your black children. That's what it's about. Being discriminated just because of the color of their skin. That's what it's about. It's much bigger than an organization. When you turning on the television and seeing how your young black men are running, being ran down by people that's supposed to protect and serve. Most of our people that was taken out was unarmed. But when it's time for them to sit there and go to their people, when they sitting there doing all these mass shootings in schools and stores, they know how to de-escalate that. They know how to walk them out and drive them to Burger King and have them to go before the judge. But our people don't get that chance. So that's why we say Black Lives Matter. Because see, we don't have a voice like they do. Because we don't want to come together. We don't want to start building our own platform and supporting each other. Long as we sitting there entertaining them, oh yes, they love it. Because that's what they think we are anyway, a bunch of entertainers. And you never see them. The only way that you're going to see them in your community, and that's when it's time to vote. After that, you're not going to see them in your community. And we stay falling for that okie dokie. Like I say, we have eyes that we can't see and ears we cannot hear. Because we so mesmerized with that lifestyle, with the things of this world. That's why we don't want to talk about anything that's positive. Long as, like I say, this foolery, this buffoonery, these maestro shows that comes on, oh, we love it. We love it. And soon in a minute, something happened to our people. We want to start sitting there complaining and murmuring, but yet, what did you do? What did you do to better your life, to come out of this mess? What did you do? Because you're going to be held accountable for all that as well. Because, like I say, these people are working overtime on us. It's like we just don't want to come out. still on a plantation. That's why the minute they see our young boys, our young athletes, soon the minute they sit there and start making that money, who arms they on? They're not pouring back into the community. They train their kids to run after stuff like this. And soon when they trap you, get what they want out of you, they throwing you back. But we don't see that. So like I said, what happened, that was like a punch in the gut. That was disgusting. Nothing could have gotten that low. And I'm not speaking to Candace Owens. I'm not speaking of her because we know that's something that, she would do because she don't know who she is. But I'm talking about this brother. That's who I'm talking about that can make a difference in the Black community. He can start building, start teaching the young boys. The Bible tells us, train them up while they're young. We have to start raising up these young kids, teaching them. Kanye is in the entertainment industry. Start getting our own Black networks so we could start showing our own people how beautiful we are. And it can happen. But the only way it can happen, it have to start with us. Where we can start putting our money together and start building. Because like I say, they are working overtime on us. Look at Bill Gates. Bill Gates have purchased over 24,000. I mean, nothing but the farms. Why is he buying all those farms? All that land, the farmland, acres, acres, acres of farmland. Why do you think he's buying all that? Because he's preparing a place for his people. And trust me, it does not include you. That's why we got to learn to help ourselves. Stop depending on these people to do everything for us. Because we can't keep complaining and say that we don't have it. Because as you can see, we have it. We have a lot of Black billionaires. But no one wants to invest in their own community. And the question is why? Why? And the answer is because we was conditioned to help others and not help ourselves. We was conditioned to allow them to ride off of our backs. But we have to break the slave mentality. Because everything that we get, trust me, they come and they snatch it out of our hands. Everything that we make, they knows how to come and snatch it out of our hands. That's why I call them the keeper worms, the palmer worms, and the locusts, because they will clean your plate dry. But they have become cunning now. They have become smart now, where they don't have to beat it out of you. All they have to do is just make some kind of crap and put a little dingling diamonds or something sparkling on it. And trust me, we sold out. or put millions of dollars in your hands and show you everything that's white is right. We sold out. So now we have to figure out how to change that narrative. We have to figure out how to change that narrative. Because if somebody right now is looking at a Kanye West and wants to be a Kanye West, but we have to teach that person, look, be wise, be smarter than a Kanye West. When you become the next billionaire, pour it back into your own community and have them to watch from a distance. Because when they come in, just like they did Black Lives Matter, when they come in, hell gonna follow. They gotta tear everything up. They gotta tear everything up. So have them to watch from a distance. Yes, we need more men and women to step up. Where they at? Like I said, we got to raise them up because I don't think that this generation is ready. We got to raise them up while they're young, teach them while they're young. Birdie said, Lamentation, as for us, our eyes as you yet failed, for our vain help in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We got to stop it. Stop thinking that these people like us wants to see us prosper. No, no. All they want to do is keep you on your back so they can continue riding off it. That's why we got to teach them while they're young. Like I said, we are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And we're going to continue long as they paint that white narrative. Everything is white is right. When the real enemy is right there in our face, working overtime on us. We keep looking. Where is it? Where is the beast? You know it. You know it comes as an angel of light. And that's why you can sit there and invest in that. Pour all your money, everything, your resources, everything into that. And that's why we got to tear that down. Because that white supremacist, that whitewash lie have been roaming too long. And just like our sister said, long as we allow it to happen, we just gonna get farther and farther back. Because they will put anything before our cause. Because like I said, our lives does not matter to them. Not while we living. But like I said there and say, they know more about us than we know ourselves. Everything about us they want. They'll tell you stay out of Africa. Don't go to Africa. It's one of the poorest third world country. But yet, I promise you, you will see them every you will see them right there trying to clean up everything that's in there, everything that's nailed down. They tell you that lie while they working overtime on you. That's why they can build so many private prisons, so many private prisons because they have you in mind. That's $1 billion industry right there. Everything that they make, they have you in mind because you are the lifeline that keeping them alive. Without us, they would not exist. We are the only country that have more prisons than we have schools, than we have mental hospitals. Ask yourself why. Why? Because they want to keep you sick. Come on, guys, wake up. It don't take a child to figure this out. It don't take a person with a PhD to figure this out. Long as they can keep you sick, keep you on your back, keep painting that whitewash lie, they can sit there and they can survive. Hi, Marie. Like I said, guys, this is real. I can't keep coming on here entertaining and sugarcoating because, like I said, I see how they are working overtime on our people. And it's time for someone to sit there and say enough is enough and rip those sheets off of these wolves. Because, like I say, this is real. And I believe that we can come out of this. Amen. But we got to want it. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it up. I just wanted to go ahead and talk about this with Kanye West. I'm not even worrying about Candy's ons. I'm not worrying about her at all because we already know she's sold out. Let them have her. But I'm talking about this brother right here that can make a difference in the black community. But someone have to set him down and say enough is enough. So, guys, on that note, guys, you all have a blessed night. Good night. And I probably come on tomorrow. But like I say, guys, it's time for us to wake up. They've been rocking us asleep for so long. So long. So, guys, love you guys. Peace out.